So can one word really have that much of an impact on your year? Maybe. Let's talk about it. Shani speaks now. Ooh,
Yeah.
Shani speaks now. Ooh, Shani speaks now. It's Shani on Shani Speaks Now. What's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Shani here, your little big sis, because I might be small in stature, but let me tell you, I am big on the sisterly love, and I am more than excited to be back for another season of Always Keep the Faith Fridays, where I do my best to take you from your work week and your Friday, going into your weekend with a little bit of a motivational gem to get you through. Listen, you guys, I'm so excited to be back here in the month of February, the month of love, the month of Black History. You see I'm represented because I have my favorite color on, my magenta pink, depending on, hot pink, magenta pink. I don't know. Magenta is my favorite color. I'm sticking to that. But I am so excited to be back, and I'm so grateful for all of you who have reached out and checked. Yes, your girl was coming back, but I needed a break. I needed a break after last year, and I am excited because I just feel refreshed and ready for whatever is to come for this new year. Now, if there's anyone who is new and this is the first time that you are checking out this episode or the show or my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. We love to have you here being a part of the Faith Fam, because that's what I call my peoples, my family here, my YouTube family. I call them my Faith Fam. Now, there's one thing that I also want to share outside of you being welcome to this is, guess what, you all? I have decided to make my episodes podcasts. So that's right. I have a podcast as well. It's called Shani Speaks Now, the podcast. Simple, plain. But if you aren't able to watch me here on YouTube, now you'll be able to listen to me on any place that you listen to a podcast. So I'm very, very, very excited to launch that in this new year. New year, new things. Yes, I know it's not January, but it's still a new year, okay? It's only February, all right? Cut me some slack. And for those of you that are new, please, please, please be sure to not only subscribe, but you can follow me and stay connected on social media at Shani Speaks Now. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna get into it, okay? A lot of people take a practice of, having like one word that they stick throughout a year. They feel inspired, they either choose the word. For me, I usually pray and, I feel like God gives me something that is supposed to be my word. And I wonder how much of a difference does it make or doesn't it make? I don't know. But I want to share with you all my word for this year because I really believe that it is truly fitting for me and for all that I have going throughout this new year. Like I said, I just feel refreshed. Like, you ever just get some really, really good sleep that you needed for a long time? That's literally how I'm feeling right now. So I'm gonna share with you all my one word and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the concept of having one word that can kind of guide you throughout your year. So I know at the beginning of the year, a lot of people do vision boards, which I think vision boards are great. I still have one that I need to finish, but we're not going to talk about that. But I know a lot of people do embrace the idea of having a word that they just want to use to kind of almost guide them, be a little bit of a blueprint for either what they're hoping for in their year or how they want to live their year out. I can't remember when I started this practice, but I remember having a couple words sprinkled throughout the year. Now, I'll be honest, I don't remember every word that I've had since I started this, but I remember distinctly in 2018, that being the first year. And my word in 2018 was consistent or consistency. I was just getting kind of started on my YouTube journey, or I had just started, I think, in 2017, and I wanted to be more consistent with, what I was putting out there. And for that year of 2018, I really, really was. And I was excited because I felt that I had fulfilled what I wanted to do in that year. Then I remember in 2019, my word was intentional. Being intentional about what I involved myself in, intentional about what I did, intentional about who I hung out with, intentional about the words that came out of my mouth. And I, again, remember that year was a very intentional year for me. I remember making a lot of important decisions and just getting a lot of things done. Now, truth be told, y'all, we all know 2020 and low-key 2021 were the lost years. Hence why I do not remember what my words were for those years. I'm sure if I go back to like an old journal, I can find them, but I wasn't digging and doing all that. So I honestly don't remember what 2020 and 2021 were. And then in 2022, my year, which I think I shared in one of my last episodes, was vulnerable or vulnerability. And I had no clue what that was gonna mean. However, with all the experiences that I had in last year, I believe that not only was that the right word to guide that year, but I learned so much being more vulnerable and opening up. So you guys, I am so excited because last year I prayed and I just felt like what the Lord was giving me for my end of year going into this new year was the word renew. Oh, do you just renew? Do you hear it? Renew. Just how it just rolls off. If there is anything that I could think of that I needed more for this year, it really was a renewal, just restoration. I just needed to feel renewed. And I'm so excited that that is my word for this year. So what does that mean exactly? We hear it all the time, we talk about it, but what does it really mean to renew or be renewed? All right, so we might be in a new year, but some things ain't changed. Y'all know I love a definition. So let's talk about renew. Now, renew actually has a lot of definitions, but some of the ones that I love that I really felt fit for me, especially this first one, is to make like new, restore to freshness, vigor, or perfection. That word vigor, just got some zest to it. Another thing says to restore to existence, revive. And then the last definition I really love is to begin again, resume. I believe that this is the perfect year for this word because I really went into this year with a lot of hopefulness and a lot of anticipation and a lot of expectation. Expectation of the Lord and what I believe that I want him to do for me in my life. Expectations for myself because there was a lot of things that I had to put on the back burner last year that I was hoping to get done that I believe I'm going to be able to do within this year. And just excited about what's ahead. And already in the month of January, which if you follow me on social media, I share about how I really took the month of January not only to just kind of dial back and chill a little bit from kind of being on social media, but also just really spending time with people that I love, celebrating, because there's a lot of birthdays and there was anniversaries and there was bridal showers and all these different things. And even those things, being around people that I love, being in celebratory atmospheres, also felt renewing and refreshing. And they were perfect for me. And I do feel that there is just something that's beautiful about being able to have a word that can be a guide. You know, when you're having moments where you're in a slump, it's nice to think, okay, what is this year supposed to be about? What am I supposed to be focusing on? What do I want to make sure is happening? And for me this year, I will be able to say renew. But before I go, I want to share with you some of the things that I believe that I'm renewing in this year and what I'm praying that that looks like for me. So for me, renewal really is, in so many aspects, everything. I think for me, my renewing is really renewing a lot of my aspirations, my dreams, my goals, and what I believe is my purpose. Last year, I had to set a lot of those things aside because it seemed like at every corner, something was popping up, something was being interrupted, something was being disturbed, and I wasn't able to focus the way that I wanted to. Not only do I have new episodes, not only am I making those episodes a podcast, but I also have my own website that I finally have put together. Now, y'all, I have had this ShaniceSpeaksNow.com domain for a long time, like since 2013, almost 10 years. Sad, but true. But finally, in this new year of renewal, I actually will have my website up where people are going to be able to connect with me and book me for events and see all the different things that I've done and put it all in place. So that's one thing that is renewed for me that I'm excited about. And it'll officially launch on February 15th, even though this episode will air before that. But I'm just excited about putting that out there and knowing that it's going to be there. Also, I believe that I'm renewed in my purpose. Yes, speaking life, speaking encouragement, covering red carpet events, doing interviews, meeting new people, creating content, all those things are important. But like I shared last year, I also believe I have a renewed purpose in really being able to connect with women who have dealt with infertility struggles, who have had fibroids or endometriosis or even PCOS, even though that's not something that I have, but I know it's a part of that umbrella. And also women who have experienced miscarriages and that are trying to move forward with their families and on a pregnancy journey, which I'm still on. So that's another thing that I feel I've had a renewed purpose, something that I never thought would be a part of my life, but here it is. And one of the things that I think I realized even more than anything is that in being renewed, I've had to face a lot of my fears. I've had to stare them in the eye and decide that this can no longer be something that holds me back. I've had to surrender a lot of things and surrender myself, not only to the Lord, but to surrender to whatever is going to be taking place. Because a lot of times you can set up these things and set up these goals and disappoint yourself. But sometimes if you surrender it, put it on the table, and then have a renewal and be able to pick them up, then they can make so much more sense in the end. Needless to say, as you can see, because I'm all smiles this first episode, I'm very, very excited about what this new year holds and how just being renewed and walking in a sense of renewal is going to shift and take me through the rest of 2023 for sure. So what's this week's faith fact? Sometimes all you need is one word to inspire your next steps. I'm really grateful that how many ever years ago I decided to kind of be on this one word kick and just deciding to have a word that drives me through the year. I do believe that it does help kind of order my steps in a way that makes it make sense. And also I believe that it gives you a little bit of purpose. It allows you to know and to kind of determine what could be happening in this year. And for me, I believe that not only am I going to be renewing a lot of things, not only am I going to have a lot more vigor, but I also believe there's going to be a lot of the new in the renew. I believe I'm going to have new experiences and new opportunities this year just because I'm feeling renewed and feeling refreshed and ready for whatever the rest of this year has to offer. I challenge you, if you have not done this already, find your word. What's your word, okay? What's the word gonna be for you if you haven't already? And if you have a word already, because I have a couple friends and family who also do this, share your word in the comments or DM me on social media and let me know, what is your one word? I'd love to hear what is kind of driving you throughout the rest of this year too. Well, that is it for this week's episode, you all. I am so excited, and I hope that you all love and are inspired with every episode that I have coming out this year. I'm ready. I'm just ready. I'm ready for whatever there is to come. Now, if you are new to my channel, Shani Speaks Now, again, thank you so much and welcome in. Definitely make sure that you join the Faith Fam. You can follow me on social media at shanispeaksnow.com. You can click that subscribe button so you always get the notifications of when I have a new episode coming out, because as those of you that have been here have known, not only will I do an episode, I do have some cool vlogs coming up this year, and also I plan to do a lot more interviews within this year too. So whatever I have going on, you don't want to miss it. And also be sure that you subscribe to my podcast so that if you can't actually watch me here on YouTube, you can subscribe and listen to it at Shani Speaks Now, the podcast. Either way, I'm very, very excited about all there is to come, and I'm excited about connecting with you and hopefully having new subscribers that can continue with me on this journey. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm excited. I'm in my pink. I hope that you all have an amazing week ahead, that you have an even more incredible weekend, because it's Friday. Saturday and Sunday is coming up. It's all about enjoying ourselves and enjoying this time and enjoying this life that we have. Well, you all know how we end every episode, because that's definitely not going to change. It may feel a little renewed, but it's definitely staying the same. With my motto, always keep the faith and let the Lord fight your battles. Until next time, I love y'all. Take care. Peace. Thanks for watching, Faith Fam. Be sure to subscribe, share, and like this episode. And I'll see you back on my channel soon.